whatever people can do to get things together. How old are you, sir? You've been dating.
Aloha. Good to see you.
Please sit. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll be signing House Bill 2697 this morning, which requires the Office of Veteran Services to hold a biennial Veteran Summit and appropriates funds for the very first summit. This event is envisioned to be a one-stop shop for veterans and their families to get access to get services and support from many of the federal, state, and nonprofit agencies that are committed to serving our state's veterans. This will also be an opportunity to discuss issues such as homelessness, suicide prevention, PTSD, which plague our veteran population, both here and all across the nation. And finally, it will be a chance for veterans to meet others like themselves and stay connected with the local chapters and other veterans organizations. So I'm excited about starting this process. I think it really would add a lot of value and service to our veterans who truly have stepped forward and offered to serve their state and their country in a very, very meaningful way. And with that, I'd like to invite Representative Lopresti, if you wanted to say a few words.
Thank you. First of all, mahalo to Speaker Saiki for asking me to give some remarks on behalf of the House of Representatives and as a primary introducer of the bill. I want to begin with a quote from Abraham Lincoln. Honor to the soldier and sailor everywhere who bravely bears his country's cause. Honor also to the citizen who cares for his brother in the field and serves, as best he can, the same cause. As chairman of the Veterans and Military Affairs Committee, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Governor David Ige and his administration in working with the House of Representatives and the Senate to propose this historic legislation that allows fellow citizens of Hawaii's veterans to care as best we can for our brothers and sisters who have served in this field. This measure will bring together veterans organizations from across the state for a biennial summit where the most pressing matters affecting veterans may be discussed and ideas proposed. This will help our community pay back, at least in some small part, the heavy price of freedom that our veterans have borne and still bear today. With the signing of this measure, the administration yet again demonstrates its commitment to our veterans. Their per capita numbers in Hawaii is the second highest in all the nation. I join my colleagues in the legislature and looking forward to seeing even more progress with veterans matters arising from future veteran summits. Ideas such as more housing for homeless veterans. Just 3 months ago, for example, Governor David Ige opened Hale Uluwai, which serves to house at least 50 homeless veterans and active veterans. Right? With all the good work that has been done, we're finally seeing a decrease in homelessness recently. Most notably, we saw an 8% decrease in homelessness, and this is showing that veterans' homelessness is a top priority for us. Also in this chamber last year, we witnessed Governor Ige sign House Bill 1420 relating to Filipino veterans' burial assistance. That measure appropriated funds for burial grants for Filipino American vets to provide funeral and burial services and transportation costs to transport the remains of veterans to the Philippines. This serves to pay back, in part, the broken promises made to Filipino veterans during World War II who fought alongside the Allies and the Americans, but were then deprived of benefits proposed to them or promised to them by the United States. This year, we had a healthy discussion about the future of the Oahu Veterans Cemetery in Kaneohe and how it is dealing with the greater increase in volume of veterans' burial services which are provided for our departed and their loved ones. This increase is consistent with nationwide trends and this administration has demonstrated its commitment to providing the dignity and respect that our veterans and their families have deserve. I look forward to seeing new policies such as these evolve as the fruit from these biennial veteran summits. And I want to thank Colonel Ron Hahn, General Joe Logan, and Governor David Ige for caring not just so much for our veterans, but demonstrating that care through real action. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Senator Nishiyama, did you want to say a few words?
Well, as a veteran, I can truly appreciate what this bill will tend to do. I think it's, although we have a lot of support in Hawaii for veterans, I think anything more that we can do for them, I think it's certainly our obligation, not just as a veteran, but as an obligation as a senator and, I guess, a legislator for the state. I think it's important that we realize that the challenges that veterans have once they come out of the service, the issues of PTSD, homelessness, lack of housing, and a myriad of other issues that people have following their service. I think it's important that to any extent that we can do to improve those situations and make them reintegrated back into the society is so important. And I think, although there are a number of issues maybe that still needs to be addressed, I think any step forward that improves that, all of those issues for veterans, helps our state as a whole, because we have so many veterans that already reside here. Again, I thank you all for coming here. I thank Governor Ige for signing this bill. I think it's such an important one. And thank you, General Logan, and thank you, Ron Hahn.
Thank you. So House Bill 2697, House Draft 2, Senate Draft 1, Conference Draft 1. Is now law in the state of Hawaii. It's Act 52. Congratulations.